to day 4 of our Cocoon Movers kitchen sessions. If you're new to this program, what I would recommend is that you go back through our Facebook feed and start on day 1, because actually there's a particular sequence of exercises that we're working on, and it would be better if you did day 1, then day 2, day 3, and this is day 4. So you can come back to this if you do them in the right order. What we'll need today is just comfortable clothing, as we've been wearing every day. Good, safe, comfortable shoes, like a pair of runners or a good pair of walking shoes. You need a chair. You need to be close to a wall. And as I said yesterday, we're going to add a little bit of weight to our arm movements to add some resistance. So what we're going to do is we're going to work with a tin of beans. I was just looking, every tin actually has the weight on it rather than the volume. So a tin of beans is 420 grams, which is just under 0.5 of a kilo, obviously. So it's not a bad starting point, actually. I was actually looking at all the tins that we own here, and most of them range from about 200 grams to about 425, 450, something like that. So you could start at half a kilo and you could build it up from there. What I use as well in the clinic is I use these really nice hand weights, which are made of cast iron, and they're coated in vinyl, and they come in pairs. So if you wanted, when all this is over, if you wanted to get yourself a nice pair of weights to do your arm movements, just give me a shout. My physio mobile number is 083 107 3939. We may have to wait until all of this is over. If you wanted them more urgently, I could arrange to have them delivered to you, of course. They go in increments. There is a 0.5 kilogram set available. Then there's a 1 kg set, and these are 1.5 kg. And I tell you, you'd know all about it. They're liftable, but there's a nice bit of resistance in 1.5 kg. Off the top of my head, I know the prices per pair are all less than 20 euros for a pair. So if you wanted to work around the 0.5 kg mark, you can work with your tins of beans. And if you wanted to do 1 kg or 1.5 kg, just give me a shout, because these are really, really nice and they're lovely to hold. They're really solid. And I've actually had these for a long time and they've lasted really well. There's no wear and tear on them or anything like that. Because they're covered in vinyl rather than painted, they're not rusting or breaking away or anything like that. So just going to put them to one side anyway. I just wanted to talk to you about those. And the other thing is that if you have your ankle weights, you can actually put them on your ankles now before you start. Make sure that you have had a drink of water. If you haven't, just stop the video, pause it, and go and get yourself a glass of water and have a little drink. I'd always say never exercise if you're sick or if you're injured. So if you're feeling in any way under the weather, just leave it for today. If you're injured in any way, leave it for the moment as well. Other than that, with all that said, we're going to get started, and we have a lovely session today. We're going to do everything that we did yesterday, which was 37 minutes long, and we're going to add a few extra ones into it. So we're going to add some extra exercises for the tummy that we're going to do, kind of sit-up exercises sitting in the chair, would you believe? And we're going to do some balance exercises as well. Yeah, balance exercises. A few nice things like that. Just looking at my list. So we'll get going, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So we're going to start with posture, as we always do. So you're going to rest your feet flat down on the floor and really ground yourself down through your feet. Your feet are hip width apart, your knees are hip width apart. You're sitting on the chair, but you're not leaning against the back of the chair. So I want you to use all your posture muscles to hold yourself upright. So nice and tall. You're going to elongate through your neck. Just try and be as tall as you can be. Imagine that there's a ribbon tied from the top of your head up towards the ceiling that's pulling you in an upward direction. So you're trying to really lengthen here, and feel a connection under your chin here with these muscles. So imagine that you're trying to hold something small under your chin, like a little golf ball, little small, like a pen or a piece of fruit or something like that. Just trying to gently grip under there. And from here, we're going to do some really nice deep breaths in and out, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And we're trying to get the air down nice and deep down through the lungs, down to the sides of the rib cage. So, and out. Breathing in and out. And breathing in and out. Lovely. We're going to get going with some neck movements. We're going to turn to look to the right. Just move as far as you're comfortable to go with this. Back to centre and over to the left. And back to centre. So we're thinking about these muscles in under the chin here, the deep neck flexors. These are the ones that support the head when we're upright. So every time we're lying on our bed and we try to get out of bed, just lifting your head off the pillow, it's like a little sit up for your neck. So we need these muscles here to be switched on to do all those functional movements. Imagine that the weight of the head is a stone weight on average, a stone weight. So that's quite a large proportion of the body weight. Sideways. Now you're bringing your ear to the point of your shoulder, the tip of your shoulder. Yesterday we added in a little deepening of this movement, so just keeping that connection with your chin. You're going to just hold on to the sides of the chair. Lovely. Lovely. We're feeling a really nice stretch down through the sides of the neck and down into the top of your shoulder. Lovely. Back to centre. We'll do one more each way. We're not doing any special breathing with this. Just breathe. Just don't forget to breathe. You're going to relax your hands. We're going to bring chin to chest. And then looking up to the ceiling. And again, don't force it. Just move as far as you are comfortable to go. We're going to sit up nice and tall for this. Tummy muscles engaged, which means they're switched on. Imagine you're trying to pull your tummy away from the elastic of or the waistband of your trousers. So you're really pulling in here. Nice strong tummy muscles. Do one more, forwards and backwards. Beautiful. Now the neck is nice and warmed up. We're going to work on the shoulder girdle. We're going to bring the shoulders up towards the ears as tight as you can. And then you're going to let them totally drop down. Just let them go. Like that. Punching up. Tight as you can, tight as you can, tight as you can. And down. And again. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. And again. Tight as you can, tight as you can, tight as you can. And relax. And one more time. Let it relax. We're going to go forwards and backwards. So when you go forwards, we're just rounding the shoulders and then bracing them back together. Forwards, brace them back. Forwards, brace them back. And again, brace them back. And we're going to bring the hands into it now like we did yesterday. So forward, we're going to bring the knuckles together. Backwards, we're going to bring the palms to face out. Forwards and backwards. We're really trying to warm up the muscles in between the shoulder blades in the upper back area. Now we're going to bring the neck back into it today. So we're going to bring chin to chest now. And then we're going to look about halfway up. Look up to the ceiling a little bit. Again, just breathe. Don't hold your breath. Lovely. We're going to do 3 more of these. Lovely. arms relax, and we're going to circle. Big, juicy circles of the shoulders. One more, and then we're going to circle forwards, circle. One more, and then 6 backwards. Beautiful. Great. Okay. So we've really warmed up around the neck, the shoulder girdle. We're going to take the weights in our hands now. So we'll start with the tins of beans. Hold a tin of beans in each hand. And just feel the weight. There's a little bit of weight. And just remember that when you hold something out away from your body, it actually feels heavier because it's quite a long lever. Whereas if you had your elbows bent, the lever is shorter and it doesn't feel quite so heavy. So the best thing to do with weights is actually to start that bit lower, and then you can build up if you find that it is too easy for you. Huge benefits to us using weights through the arms and through the legs, because we're loading the muscles that bit more. We're providing some resistance to the movement, which adds extra strengthening for the muscles themselves. And also that load is transmitted from the muscles and tendons into the bones, and it pulls on the underlying bones and causes the bones to strengthen as well. So for anybody dealing with osteopenia or osteoporosis, or even any risk factors that might lead to those things, to maintain normal bone density, working with weights is really, really important, very important, vital, I would say. So we're going to just do something that we can find around the house that has a low weight, and as I said, you might have something heavier that you could try at home when you progress your way through. And if you don't, if you want me to get you something, I absolutely can, because our suppliers provide all of those little things. Okay, so we're going to do the movements that we did. We're not going to change the movements, we're just going to add resistance. Now, we're going to have the arms down by the sides, and what we're going to do is this movement up in the air, and then instead of coming for the prayer side here, we're going to just bring the tins together and down to the left. Okay, so we're going to breathe in and out. Lovely. Nice strong tummies in and out. So really feel that you're trying to pull your belly button away from your t-shirt, away from your trousers, trying to pull away from your waistband of your pants. And out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. You can provide a little bit more of a grip on the beans as well. And out. I'm saying beans, but if you're using tins of tomatoes or ambrosia creamed rice or anything else, it doesn't matter. Just try and have it so it's around the 400 grams plus mark, I would say. I'm going to do 3 more of these. Try to prevent yourself from hunching the shoulders up, so try and keep your shoulders down. Lovely. Just give it a little rest. Fantastic. We're going to do the movement where we go out to the side now. So you can bring your weights down by your sides, breathing in and breathing out. And in and out. 4 more. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. 2 more. Breathing in, breathing out. 1 more time. And out. Lovely. Give it a little shake. We're going to keep the beans in our hands. We're going to do the rotational movement. So we're going to bring hands behind our head and hands behind our back. Breathing in, breathing out. Nice strong tummies. Breathing in, breathing out. If you've got any shoulder issues, if you're feeling any bit of a pinch from any rotator cuff problems, any bursitis or shoulder issues, just move within the range that you have available. If you want to put the weights down at this point, you definitely can. We're nearly finished with them anyway. We're going to just do 2 more. Elbows out, hands reaching up, elbows out, hand reaching up. Ooh, fantastic. I'm going to put them down. Brilliant. Great, so I think that's the shoulders well warmed up. Great, okay, so from here, we're going to do some elbow movements. We might pick them up actually in a minute. Just flex and extend. Just going to do a little bit of biceps curls just to warm up the elbows. And then take the elbows in, turn the palms up and down. Up and down, 2 more. Okay, we're going to get our weights in our hand again. And from here we're going to come up and down, 6 of these. And down, up and down. You'll notice it's a lot easier when you've got your weights closer to your body. It's when you're doing the movements where you're lifting them away up in the air and out to the side, and that actually they just feel so much heavier. It's to do with the leverage, long levers versus short levers. So this should feel nice bit easier, and you might be able to do, as a result, more of them. Really good to load up the biceps muscles here on the front of the arms and the triceps on the back of the arms. 3 more. 2, 1, and relax. Going to tuck the elbows in, turn the palms up and down, up and down. Just strengthening the forearms. This is actually a movement that we would use quite a bit, actually. I noticed now with jars, jam jars, jars of sauces, and things like that, actually sometimes quite difficult to open. So this is that movement, basically turning the key in the lock as well. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1, and then we can put them down. Okay, we're going to come back to the trunk, hands on thighs. We're going to do our cat stretches in sitting. So we're going to rock back on the sit bones, and we're going to rock forwards. So imagine like a rocking chair, backwards and forwards. This is a little tilting movement of the pelvis, forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards. So we're going to tilt forwards, we're going to arch the back and look up to the ceiling a bit, backwards, round the back, bring your chin to your chest. So it's like the shoulder rounding movement we were doing earlier, but it's quite a lot bigger in the body. Forwards, look up, backwards, slouching, C-curve, chin to chest. And just do this at your own pace. You don't have to do it even at the pace that I'm doing it at. Just see what works for you. We can add a bit of breathing into it. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more time. Breathing in, breathing out. Lovely. We're going to do our side bendings. We're going to bring our arms out to the sides. We're going to breathe in and out, and in and out. Try Try and keep your 2 sit bones on the seat so you're not lifting your bum. And relax. Hands go to the sides of the chair. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in to prepare. Stay nice and tall. Breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more time each way. Breathing in, stay upright, don't collapse. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Lovely, that's fantastic. Okay, so from here, we're going to do our twisting. We're going to put hands on our elbows, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in to stay, breathing out to return. Nice strong tummies. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep your arms tucked by your side. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And again, just a reminder, keep your shoulders down your back so you're not hunching up your shoulders. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Lovely. We're just going to put our hands on our shoulders. Again, you're going to drop your elbows so you're not creating tension in your arms. Your arms are just very relaxed. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Try to stay forwards and not leaning backwards when you're twisting. So breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And again, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. We bring our hands behind our back. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. We're going to come back to that movement shortly when we go to do the leg exercises. Okay, so from here, hands on thighs, breathing in, breathing out. And then sliding down into a full spinal roll down until you get as far as you're comfortable to go. Really stretch out your back, especially the lower back, the middle back. The chin comes to your chest. You're going to breathe in and out twice here. So breathing in and out, and in and out to come back up again. Nice strong tummy. Really pull your tummy away from the elastic of your waistband. Sit up nice and tall, and your head lifts up. Breathing in again. Breathing out to bring your chin to your chest. And we're going to fold down, sliding down, 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 down. Breathing in twice, in and out twice. And coming back up again with a nice strong tummy. And then lifting your head up. So hopefully at this stage, these movements are starting to feel more normal. and a movement like that starting to feel like you can go a little bit further, that it doesn't maybe pull so much, you feel a bit more fluid with your movements. Okay, so from here we're going to go into the legs. We're going to do a marching on the spot. So we'll start with the hands on the thighs. And this is where, if you have your ankle weights on, you'll feel just that little bit of extra resistance. And I think ankle weights are a fantastic piece of kit to have. You really only need 2 or 3 pounds. So if you got 1.5 kilos, you'd have to try it. Some of them, they actually have detachable little, almost like sachets, little sandbags in little pouches. So you can go, you can actually start low and build it up. That's actually really nice if you can get them. Again, if you're looking for anything like that, feel free to give me a shout when all this is over, or whenever, sooner than that if you like, and I'll see what I can do for you. Lovely. Okay, now we're going to sit back in the chair a little bit. We're just going to do a knee to chest hug. So as I said, you can do that, but I think it's nicer for the knee to do that, and you can actually interlace your fingers. So you're really bringing your knee to your chest. Just giving it a hug. We'll take a nice deep breath in and out. And swap, breathing in. It's a really nice movement to do, especially if you have any stiffness in your hip. It's a nice one to do in this position. Or I'd often do it lying down, lying on the bed. Bring your knee to your chest. It's a really, really nice deep stretch for the hip. And it can be actually really helpful. Lovely. Breathing in and out. And in and out. Lovely. So we're going to our little circles. And bring the knee up again. We're just going to circle the knee. We'll do 4. We've been doing 3 every day. We'll do 4. 3 and 4. And change direction. So the hip is a ball in a socket. A ball and socket joint. And so it has a lot of movement available that you wouldn't get maybe in, say, an elbow. It has this kind of circular movements in it. Now, as I said, physios can count, so that was probably more than 4. We're going to do the other leg. Just trying to nourish the joint here with some really nice synovial fluid that we have inside the joints. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to do crossing over. If you've got a restriction, you're going to do this. If you have a bit more movement, you're going to do this. I'll do one of these. So breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in here and out. Breathing in again and out. Back up again. We're going to do a second one of that. If that's your position, stay there. I'm just going to demonstrate the other position. So we're here. We're going to just give a little bit of overpressure here. Breathing out. Breathing in. And out. And in. And out. Beautiful. We're going to swap over. So position number 1 is this one. And out. Breathing in. And out. And in. And out. Lovely. And I'm going to just demonstrate the other position here. A little bit of overpressure. Breathing in. And out. and in, and out, and in, and out. Lovely. Okay, so from here we're going to strengthen the legs a little bit more. Again, you can do these with no ankle weights or with ankle weights, just your knee extensions. So we'll alternate, right, left. Really nice, easy one that you can do just sitting in the chair. Okay, let's try the right leg on its own. Let's try 6, 2, tap. You just tap on your toe. 4, 6, and swap. Straighten, tap, straighten, tap, straighten, tap. 3 more. 2, 1. Just build a bit of endurance in those muscles now. Do you remember we said we were going to come back to this? You're used to this sequence now, day 4. So we're going to straighten out one leg, turn towards that leg, back to center, and relax. Let's stay on the same side today. And we'll do 4 of each combination. And one more time, lift, turn, back to center, and swap. Now left leg, turning to the left, back to center, tap, straighten, turn, back to center, tap, straighten, turn, back to center, tap, and again, and turn, back to center, and tap. Well done. Okay, from here, we're going to do our calf raises in sitting. So just up and down the tiptoes, just waking up the calf muscles. We'll be doing some more work on the calves shortly when we stand up. Okay, so this is the last exercise. Well, it's the second last exercise actually in our sitting sequence. We were going to do some tummy exercises that I want to try out with you today. It's a beautiful exercise. And it will become part of a sequence tomorrow. Lovely. Let's do 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Okay, now I'm going to move my chair. I'm just going to move my tins of beans out of the way. I'm sorry about the noise. I'm just going to move the chair so you can see what I'm doing. Side profile. If you want to take a little drink of water, this would actually be a good time to do that. Just cheers. Take a sip. And what you're going to do is you're going to sit in the chair. But you're going to sit on the edge of the chair with your feet under you. And you're going to lean backwards like this. So your bum is quite close to the edge, but you're actually leaning against the back of the chair. Okay? You're going to cross your hands on your shoulders. And from here you're going to sit forwards. It's not that easy. If you find it too difficult, just sit back a little bit more. Okay. From here. And lean back. And again, we're going to do 2 more. Forwards. It's tough. And back. And forwards. And back again. So I think 4 of those is enough to start with, because it's actually quite a difficult exercise to do. And we can build on that a little bit tomorrow. What we're going to do is we're going to do the sit to standing one. So again, we're going to perch on the edge of our chair. Feet are going to be in behind our knees. We're going to have our hands just clasped together like this. You're going to lean forward so your nose is above your knees. Now, the first day we did these, we did 6, and yesterday we did 8. So we're going to do 10 today. Big thing is when you come back down to the chair, don't stop. Barely touch your bum off the seat, and then up you come again. So we're going to come up, squeeze your buttocks, your glute muscles here, squeeze them. And 1, squeeze, 2, squeeze, 3, squeeze, 4, squeeze, 5, squeeze, 6, squeeze, 7, squeeze, 8, squeeze, 9, squeeze, 10. Fantastic. Now I just want to do a little bit of that sequence that we were talking about with that tummy exercise. You're going to sit towards the edge, leaning back. Hands are going to cross on your shoulders. What we're going to do from here is we're going to sit forwards as we did. Sit forwards, lean, stand up, squeeze. Sit back down again. Lie back. Sit forwards, stand up, squeeze. Sit down and lean back. Okay? Forwards, squeeze, down you go. We're going to do one more. So this is one of those exercises where you do them separately and then you can put them together. So that's really good. I want to just check my list and see where we are. Okay, so we're going to turn the chair around now. Another new one for you. Balance. Standing on one leg. So you can do this way, or away altogether. If you're not used to doing balance exercises, even if you don't need the chair, I'd stand quite close to it. So if you need it, then you can grab it. So what you're going to do is you're going to stand on one leg. You're going to try and hold it there just for 10 seconds. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and swap. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to swap again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and again swap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're going to come back to the chair here and we're going to do our sideways movement. So again, you can do it that way, you can do it that way, or you don't have to hold on at all if you don't want to. You can put your hands on your hips if you're going to do it that way. So I wanted to do 10 on each side because we did 8 yesterday. So we're going to go out to the side, 2. Trying to keep yourself nice and straight on the supporting leg. So try not to go off to one side. 4, 5, we're working these muscles here. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to swap legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Brilliant. Now again, we're going to do the calf exercises. You can face, you can have one hand or no hands at all. So we're going to come up and down on tiptoes. We're going to do a nice bunch of these actually. You really want to get the calf muscles working. So just work until you feel a little bit of fatigue in the calf muscles. You're doing really, really, really well. I just want to make sure I didn't forget anything because we've got quite a lot of exercises at this stage in a program. Yeah, we're doing great. Yeah, no, we're doing really, really well. Actually, all I want to do is just do these calf muscle exercises now, and then we'll finish with some nice breathing. Great. Well done everybody. It's a really good session. Quite a lot of work in there now. It's a good workout actually. Okay, we'll do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, can you feel it? Little burn, relax, drop your heels. We're going to just bend, your tummy nice and strong. So I think that exercise sitting in the chair for the tummy muscles is absolutely brilliant exercise. I found that quite difficult to do. So that would be a really, really good one to do. And then we can add that in then with the sit to stand, make a really good sequence out of it. We'll get going on that a little bit more tomorrow. Lovely, 4 more. We're going to stay down and we're going to do our calf raises in this position here. This works balance a little bit as well. If you want to hold on, you're welcome to do that. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, shake it out. Okay, we're going to bear our weight on the ball of our right foot and we're going to circle. Try a nice bunch of circles just to loosen out around the ankle and free up the calf muscle and Achilles tendon. Now, about Achilles tendons. The Achilles tendon is the tendon at the back of your heel, and it's really a tissue that we would see problems with like 2 or 3 times every day as physiotherapists. And we do lots of things to relieve the inflammation and to treat the tendonitis, and physio really, really works for Achilles tendonitis, it really works. But one of the key components to our treatment to change direction is strengthening of the calf muscles. So these, if you have an Achilles tendon problem or its first cousin, plantar fasciitis, you really need to incorporate some calf strengthening into your daily routine. And I would suggest it needs to be done 5 days a week. Every day, once a day, every day, 5 days a week. Okay, we're going to change feet, circle. So that was a great workout using only your own body, a chair, a wall and 2 tins of beans. Low tech, can't go wrong. Beautiful. We're going to change direction. Lovely, so well done. So we will be doing another session tomorrow, which is session 5, day 5 of the kitchen sessions for Cocoon Movers. That'll be the end of this particular sequence then tomorrow. So definitely join me tomorrow because we're going to put all of this together and add a few new ones. And then what you can do is that's a full program then for you. You can do any of these videos depending on how much time you have. If you have half an hour, you could do the first one. If you have longer, you can do the 3rd, 4th or 5th one. You definitely could do these exercises, maybe if not 7 days a week, but I would suggest 4, 5 times a week, and keep yourself as strong and as healthy as you can at this time. And it will mean that when the lockdown is over and we're all able to go about our daily routines again, you haven't become deconditioned and unfit in that way. Okay, so we're going to finish with some nice deep breaths and some arm movements. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. And one more time. And out. Well done everybody, thank you so much for joining me. I'm really enjoying this program, putting together this program with you guys, and I hope you are too, and I look forward to doing another workout with you tomorrow. Thank you, bye.